first you say, when I'm done, when I have my kid, I'm popping out and be outside every day. But now you're still in the studio every day. You're working every day. You're at home with your kids every day. So like, you still ain't popping out the way that you told me you were
Okay,
gonna pop out.
no, wait. I'm popping out a little bit more because the thing about it is I didn't want it to pop out after I had my son because I told you, like, I wanted to get my body done first.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, a lot of people thought that, like, when I gave birth, I automatically went to do surgery. No, I literally waited like 7 months to do surgery because you have to, like,
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. I know you say you didn't have a problem talking about surgery today. I've always, since I've seen you when you did the interview here 6 years ago, and even up to date. I mean, now clearly we've seen you've done some work, but I've always thought you were beautiful. Did you know you wanted to do different work to your body along the way, or like when did you decide you were going to make a change?
I always wanted like to do certain things. You know, like a lot of people, and this is the thing, the tricky thing about a lot of people, right? People will be assuming that like when you do surgery or something, like you're insecure about yourself or you hate yourself. And that's just not the truth. I just be feeling like if I want to correct something, I want to do a little something like I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do it. Like I like being perfect. I like a certain type of body, like for myself. And if I want to do it, I do it. And then it's like when it comes like to think like I always felt like I had a big nose, even when before I was famous, I was like, damn, I got my daddy's nose.
Poppy don't have a big.
I got that nigga.
Poppy don't have a big
No,
nose.
my dad have a nose, and then the motherfucker gave it to me. But I was always afraid to do my nose, and I finally took that step.
Because when you told me you were going to do your nose, I honestly did not understand it. Because I've always thought you were beautiful. I will say this,
But
real quick.
It wasn't because of the beautiful. I just never really liked my nose, and I never said this, but I'm gonna say it. I was gonna do it with my friend. Her name is Surgeon Maid. I was gonna do a live with her about it, but since we here. So you know, like around 2018, 2019, everybody was like, "Oh, there's a non-surgical way for your nose to get smaller, and that's fillers." And
I never heard that.
Yes, and I feel like it's really important for me to tell this. So, if anybody like gets into these type of things, like, remember, I'm letting y'all know this. Everybody kept saying like there's a non-surgical way to get your nose smaller, and that's doing fillers. So I did fillers on my nose, right, in 2019, and my nose.
But I thought fillers, because I just got fillers. Fillers you put in to make it a little puffier, right?
I don't really know. I'm talking about the nose.
Right. So when you put it in, if you were trying to make the nose smaller, how would the fillers make it smaller?
Listen, when you see things on Instagram,
You just believe like I'm gonna
it
try
makes sense. Like when you see it on Instagram. But fillers make my nose longer. Like it make the tip of my nose longer. Like you will see it in 2019. Like my nose got longer, it got wider, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the I fucked up my nose. I have no choice but to actually do my nose. So in 2020, after WAP, like I got my nose done.
No, I remember when it looked longer, but I thought that was just maybe you had did some other work to make the nose look longer.
No, I did some fillers on my nose and I fucked it up. I was like, what the oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. What the did I did to myself? Like, oh my gosh, just take these fillers out. And it's like, no matter how much I try to like take the fillers out, it just up my tips. So in 2020 after WAP, I just got my nose done.
Okay, so how do you decide who you're gonna go to and trust to touch your face or your body? Because I remember the time we were at Chris's house and Kim gave you a list of people you could call to get help.
Yeah.
You didn't call none of those people. You just went and did at home.
No, I called a couple of people that she gave me.
Okay, well the nose looks great. I will say this: you walked in here earlier and I looked at you. And I feel like I talk to you every day. Usually it's you're on the toilet or you're in the car or you're with your kids or you're eating. But to look at you, you look great. So we're done.
Oh, I'm done. I'm
Okay.
done. I look great.
Does Cardi look great? I think Cardi looks great.